Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm doing my first video back. I really haven't been posting in a while and I apologize for that. I know it's been a little over a month since my last post, maybe even more at this point. And then before then, even then, it was still pretty infrequent posting from me. And so I do apologize for that. A lot of things were going on, a lot of great things, but it just was a busy time and is a busy time in my life. And so I knew that this was one area of my life that I could kind of put on hold and come back to whenever I was ready and had, the time to do it right. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me and waiting it out. But here I am ready to go. Today we're going to be talking about Sephora Favorites Sets. They just released a bunch of new ones. I feel like they're starting to come out with more Sephora Favorites launches more periodically, so they'll come out with a bunch at one point in the year and then another quarter will pass and they'll come out with another bunch, and they've just kind of launched what I would call their summer sets. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, my thoughts on each of them, talking about the products that I've tried, talking about what I've heard about some of the products, just kind of chatting all the things. I'd love to hear what you think of these sets in the comments below, and I will also be having all of these products linked in the description below, so if you're interested in them, want to check them out, you can click those links. But just know, if you decide to purchase from one of the links below that has a star beside of it, it's an affiliate link, so I can make a commission off of your purchase. It won't cost anything extra to you, but I like to always note that at the start of my videos. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and start talking about these sets. So I just have all the sets pulled up here on my phone on the Sephora app, and I'm just going to be going through them, talking about them, sharing my thoughts, kind of just as I think about them. Sometimes I will kind of plan out, not necessarily what I'm going to say, but kind of compile my thoughts and write down some notes. But this time we're just jumping into it. Hopefully it'll be more conversational that way. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the format. But first, let's start off with one of the two mascara sets that Sephora Favorites has launched this time. The first one is the Mini Mascara Lash Dash To Go, and this is a $29 set, but the value on it is $56. And so the thing with this set is it comes with 5 different value size mascaras, and these are all apparently their best-selling mascaras. They've all been in that section before. And really, for me with mascara sets, they're one of the sets that I really do think adds a lot of value, because when I think about my mascara usage, I very rarely use up the formula in a mascara tube before it goes bad, before it dries out or gets flaky on me, whatever it may be. Very rarely do I use up actually all of the product in there. So for me, having a travel size, and I feel like this is the case for a lot of people, it really is the same as a full size. I know there may be people who feel differently, but for me personally, I feel like I get the same amount of usage out of a smaller product, typically the more value size than the larger ones. But with these, it's like I mentioned, 4 value size ones. They've got the Benefit Cosmetics Bad Gal Bang mascara. I don't know why I don't really I remember this mascara, but I don't really remember people talking about it as much as they did the Benefit Roller Lash, and then the Benefit They're Real, of course. I feel like those were a lot more hyped up and talked about than that one necessarily. Then there's also the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This is one that I've used a few times. To be honest, with the Tarte formula, yes, it's good, but I honestly don't really like it enough to pay the full price for it, but it is one that I enjoy. This is one I've never tried from Huda Beauty. It's the Legit Lashes mascara. There's also the Rare Beauty mascara. I believe it's called the Perfect Strokes or something. I really haven't heard much about that one either. And then the Lancome Idol mascara. And if you've been around my channel, you know Lancome has some of my favorite mascara formulas, and that's one that I've never tried. So that's something that's intriguing to me. Of the ones that I've tried from the set, I guess there's just the 2, because I do remember trying the Bad Gal Bang. They were good. I don't think I paid full price for them, but at this rate, you really don't have to. So these are the type of sets that I really do enjoy. And then they actually do have another one that I'm about to talk about that is the clean beauty version of this set. So let's go ahead and talk about that one. So I'm not totally sure now that I'm looking at this next set if it's still available online, because last night when I was looking at these sets, it was, but now I can't find it. But it does say that it's still available in a couple of the nearest stores to me. So I think you can still get it. This is, like I mentioned before, the clean version of the Mini Mascara Lash Dash To Go set. So in this, there's also 5 travel size mascaras, but these are all from brands that are deemed clean beauty by Sephora. And so honestly, when I'm looking at it, I don't know if it's because I really haven't tried out too many clean beauty brands, specifically the mascaras from clean beauty brands, because kind of at this point I know what I like, and a lot of it is I'm able to get it at the drugstore for half the price, and so that's kind of just what I do. And at this point, I'm not trying out a lot of newer brands mascaras, so I really don't have much of an opinion on any of these aside from the Ilia Fullest Volumizing Mascara. That is one that I have tried before, and it is is pretty volumizing. It's actually one of my mom's favorite mascaras. She absolutely adores it and was the one who, you know, had me try it. And I think that she likes it because it's not, I like a little bit more drama, a little bit more fullness to my lashes. When it comes to my mascaras, I want them to do something, kind of add a little bit more body, and she likes a little bit less. And so I think that this one provided a good balance between volumizing and lengthening for her, and so I think she really enjoyed that. So it's volumizing, but just a little bit more toned down, if you know what I mean. As to the other ones though, I mean, there's a lot of brands in here. Like 3 of these 5 brands I've never tried anything from. I've heard really good things about Saie, but in here is their Saie Mascara 101 Lengthening and Lifting Mascara, the Item Beauty by Addison Rae Lengthening Mascara, the Cali Ray. I've never tried that one, but it's a volumizing tubing mascara. And then also the Milk Kush High Volumizing Mascara, which I haven't tried out this mascara from them, but I've tried out a good number of things from the Milk makeup line in general. But like I said, some new brands in here, so if you're wanting to, you know, try out more clean beauty products or just these brands in general, you're interested in these products, it's probably a good way to go for it. And I also like how just like there's different types of mascaras in here. There's tubing, there's volumizing, there's lengthening. There's kind of a good balance, so it's a bit more of a versatile set. I don't think I'm going to be really checking this out because I know, like I said, I've tried out the mascaras. I know what I like at this point. I don't really have a desire to try out more from brands that I've never tried before when it comes to mascara, just because I know what I like. I've kind of figured it out at this point. But if you're still kind of testing the waters, wanting to find something maybe better than what you're currently using, this might be a good way to go. So when it comes to makeup, one thing that I just feel like I can never get enough of are the glowy, hydrating, moisturizing like lip products, the lip oils, the balms, the lipsticks, whatever. If it's glowy and hydrating and moisturizing, I'm going to want it. And so they actually have a whole set kind of dedicated to this. It's the Plump and Hydrate Lip Kit. It's $30, but the value on it's $87. And in it, you're getting 5 different, you know, an assortment of lipsticks, lip balms, lip oils, but basically 5 different lip products. There's going to be 2 full size and then 3 that are more like deluxe size. And this set did actually work its way onto my loves list. Who knows if I'll actually end up getting it, because I probably need to show a little bit of restraint there just because I already have so many lip products similar to these. But first, I have to say, one of the full size products in here is one that I've had on my wish list. If you've been around, you probably know, like, since the beginning of time. It's the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm, and it's specifically in the shade Dulce Vita, which is a, like, sheer rose shade. It's more of, like, a sheer mauve rose shade, which is, like, totally up my alley. So this shade in particular has been on my wish list for a while, so, like, that alone, it's definitely near $30. So, I mean, that would basically cover the price of the set, and then you're just getting, you know, one other full-size product and a bunch of minis, and to me, that is totally worth it. So if there's one of these products that you're really interested in where it comes in a full size and it covers almost the price of, like, the set, then that always makes it pretty much worth it for me personally. But in here, the other full-size English. The other full-size product in here is the Rose Ink Lip Sculpt Amplifying Lipstick. The weird thing about that is it doesn't mention the shade of it, and I don't think, like, I definitely think they have an assortment of shades in this lip product line, so I'm not sure what shade it comes in here, which is kind of weird. But then that they don't put that, but hopefully it would be a shade I'd enjoy. Then they also have the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Plumper in Clear. That's one of the mini size products now. Like, the rest of them are going to be deluxe minis. With that lip plumper, I mean, I've tried it before. It's nothing like super, like, you know, it doesn't cause a lot of discomfort for me personally, but I know some people don't really find it to feel too good on the lips. Like, there's other lip plumpers out there that they enjoy more. And for me in particular, I mean, when I think about my favorite lip plumper, it's the Buxom one. And so honestly, that doesn't really add a lot of value to me. I probably wouldn't be using that too much. I'm not against lip plumpers, but that one in particular, I just don't think, I think there's better out there is my point. And then another deluxe mini in here is the Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy Treatment Lip Balm. I do really like the balms that I've tried out from, like, Fresh. To be honest, like, I'm kind of tired of them. Like, there's a certain point where it's like, I feel like my Vaseline's just as good. So that, to me, I enjoy it, but it doesn't add a lot of value to the set as a whole. And then the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumper line smoothing gloss. Sorry, that is a long name, but this is another mini and it's in the shade Velvet, and that's described as a rosy mauve with rosy mauve with plummy undertones, which is definitely something that sounds like something I enjoy. I've wanted to try Lawless before, specifically their lip products have always intrigued me, so that's something that does, like, in my mind, add a little more value to the set. It's something that I'm interested in. This, out of all the ones that I'm talking about today, is the one that if I were to buy one, it would definitely be this one, but I think it all depends on, you know, what you like in your lip products. If you like more sheer, natural, kind of oily, balmy type products, then this would be up your alley. But if you're into, you know, more dramatic, pigmented, going to not go anywhere all day, then this probably isn't what you want. So this next set is no doubt summer oriented. It's called the Vacay All Day All Over Face Set. It's $44, but the retail, or not the retail, the value on it is $134, and it comes with 9 different products total, 3 of which are full size, and the rest are more like mini deluxe size products. And it's interesting because, like, the title of it is like all over face set, but there are, like, not only are there makeup and like skin products in here, but there's also hair products, or there's at least one. I don't know how many there are, but like they describe it as having hair products. So I don't really know why they named it what they did. It was probably an oversight, but no one asked me, so I'm not gonna harp on that for too long. But as for the actual products in this set, the full size ones, let's start there. They have the Inky List Caffeine Eye Cream, and this is a product, honestly, the products that I've tried from Inky List I've really enjoyed, so no shade there. Like, I think the value is there with those products. I've never tried this eye cream before, but I've tried out like the hyaluronic acid, the glycolic acid, enjoyed both of those a lot. But Inky List is definitely more of an inexpensive brand at Sephora comparatively, so it makes sense that they would add, one of their full-size products would be from, you know, a brand that's not too expensive at Sephora. They also have the Tower 28 Shine On Milk Jelly Lip Gloss. This one is in the shade Coconut, which is a milky, it's described as a milky, dusty pink shade. And I mean, honestly, like, that seems like something I'd enjoy. I've been really interested in the lip products from Tower 28 for a while now, so like that does definitely add value in my opinion to this set. And then the last full-size product is the Tarte Sea Surfer Curler Volumizing Mascara, which I've heard actually pretty good things about, but kind of like I mentioned before, I've never tried this one, and the mascaras that I've tried from Tarte, I feel like are all, for the most part, pretty similar. There's a few, you know, differences in formula, obviously, and the way that they apply, but in general, I feel like they're good mascaras. I don't know if they're necessarily worth their full price tag, but as for the actual performance, I feel like they are pretty good in general, so this, I feel like, does add, again, value to the set. Now for some like the smaller products in here, sticking with like the makeup, there's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer in the deluxe size. The rest of them are all deluxe size from this point. I don't know if I said that, but Milk Makeup Primer. I did really enjoy it when I was using it, but it does have denatured alcohol in it, which is an ingredient that my skin, and a lot of, I know it, you know, is not a good ingredient for your skin as a whole, but for me, my skin especially, just, it does not work with my dry skin. It really dries it out even more and just leaves patchiness, and it just causes a lot of discomfort for my skin, I guess is my point. And so while my makeup would look really good whenever I've used this primer, it wasn't worth it with the aftermath of the product. So I really don't use it too much, but I know a lot of people love it and continually use it and enjoy it, and it does not have that effect for that many people. So that's just something to know. Like, if you like it, then sure, this adds more value to the set, or if you know, have similar skin types to people that you've heard say like it, then I think you'll be fine and this will be good for you. But then there's also the Ilia Blue Light Protect and Set Mist. Blue light, I'm not even going to get into it. I know that when it comes to makeup products that help protect from blue light, there's a lot of controversy there. I really don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to speak on it, but just thought I'd kind of note that. They also have the, let's see, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. Never tried those. Haven't really heard too much about it, but as a whole, Glow Recipe is a brand that people seem to really enjoy, and the products that I've tried from them, I enjoy myself, specifically from that Watermelon Glow line. Like, it just smells amazing. So I think that adds some value in there. Then the Isle of Paradise Self-Tanning Drops in Medium. Don't know too much about that. Same with the Summer Fridays Summer Skin Nourishing Body Lotion, but I've heard good things about Summer Fridays. My body can definitely use lotion. Like, when I tell you, like, lotion is definitely an added value type product to me. I can never get enough of it, so that's something that I'd be glad to see in there personally. And then there is the Moroccan Oil Hydrating Styling Cream, and that one I was pretty excited to see because I love Moroccan Oil hair products. I love what I've tried from them. I've never tried the styling cream, but I actually have one of their oils in my hair right now, and I just find that like the hair mask, the oils, the things that I've tried from them, I've really enjoyed, and so I feel like I'd like this one as well. And I love styling creams, like that's my preferred, you know, finishing a product, so I feel like that's something that I would personally enjoy and adds a lot of value to the set for me. And then the last product is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. It's a smaller version of it. This is SPF 40, and that's actually like the sunscreen that I use all the time on my face. I can't speak. The two sunscreens that I know will never, like, knock on wood, will very rarely and have never caused problems for the skin on my face, because a lot of them do. They just irritate it like nothing else, are Supergoop and La Roche-Posay. And with La Roche-Posay, it is a little bit pricier and up there, but also the white cast on those different sunscreens is quite crazy. It leaves your face just, you know, basically like ghostly. And so I've really found that these Supergoop ones are my favorite for my face. I tried the glow screen one, which I really do like, but right now and the past couple of times that, you know, I've purchased sunscreens for my face, it has been the Unseen one, which I love and could highly recommend. So that I think is a perfect product for this vacation summer oriented set. Now let's move on to the Luxe Vibes Mini Luxury Beauty Sampler set. So this is kind of supposed to be the like higher end luxury set. The value on it is $166, and it currently retails for $32.50, which I believe is like half off the original price that it was selling for, which was $65. I imagine that like they expected this one to sell a little bit better and then they discounted it. This one has been around, I think, a little bit longer than some of the other sets, but I thought it was interesting, so I still wanted to talk about it. But this set comes with 6 travel size, more higher end luxury bougie, if you will, type products, and it says that it includes bright pops for your lip but also warm floral fragrances that'll work for any occasion. So that's kind of the point of the set. The first thing in here is the Guerlain primer. Interesting. The Guerlain primer, it's their Gold Radiance primer, which I remember hearing people talk about back in the day, but like honestly, I don't really like, I think the consensus was it was good, but it wasn't like a magical type product. It was cool because it was like 24 karat gold or whatever, but when it comes to the actual performance, it's not going to make your makeup look that much better. So I don't really see a ton of value there. Like I kind of just see like, do you remember when Farsali came out with that like gold infused primer? Like that's kind of what I see, like except even more expensive. Then there's also an Armani liquid matte lipstick. It's in like a brown brick shade in Venetian red. I know Venetian red was a pretty popular color back in the day. I don't know, you know, where it still stands today. From the products that I've tried out from Armani, I've honestly really enjoyed them. I don't think this would be really my speed just based on the color and the formula. I don't love matte liquid lipsticks too much. I'm very particular about them. Then there's a Nourishing Protective Oil. I don't really even know what that's for, to be honest. Like I've never heard of the brand before. I don't know if it's hair, if it's makeup, if it's whatever. So I'm not going to really stay on that for too long. Then moving on to the St. Jane Beauty Serum Calming Treatment. I haven't really heard too much about that one either. So I think it's kind of an interesting inclusion for this set just because there's so many other higher end products that get talked about so much that was kind of a weird one to throw in there in my opinion. And then there's also the Dr. Barbara Strum face cream, and I've heard good things about the brand. You know, I like face creams. I'd want to try it, but honestly that wouldn't be enough to compel me to purchase this set or anything. And then lastly, there's a YSL Libre perfume redeemable voucher. So I think you get like a little yeah, you can go get like the, I don't really understand because they have, okay, I guess I have the sample in there and then you can go and get the full size. I'm not really totally sure how that works because on the set and like on the picture that I'll have on the screen here, it like shows a full, not a full size, but like the full rollerball size of the Libre perfume. And I don't know why they wouldn't just put it in there if they're just going to give you a voucher for that exact rollerball. Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It kind of seems like a way for like people to lose the voucher, not redeem it, because when I think about, you know, they come out with those perfume sets all the time. I've gotten a few of them, really do enjoy them, found some of my favorite perfumes that way, so not knocking those, But the way that those work is like you get 5 different like mini teeny tiny size bottles, you try them out, and then they give you a voucher. You go redeem which one you want. So you're not like, it's not saying, oh, you're going to get this one. Like you only have one product that you can go get with this voucher. But with this, it seems a little bit iffy, just because I feel like, why wouldn't you just go ahead and put it in there? But that's just me, that's just my thoughts. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for today's video. If you enjoyed, definitely be sure and give it a thumbs up before you go. I'd really appreciate it. It kind of helps me gauge the interest in a video, whether I should do it again or not. Also, I'd love to hear what you think about all of these different sets in the comments below. I love interacting with you. It's one of my favorite things about, you know, creating these videos and everything, so I'd love to hear your thoughts below. But I think that about wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for being here. It really does mean a lot, so thank you so much. And thank you for sticking with me during kind of my break, if you will. I'm really looking forward to posting a lot of content for you guys, getting back into it. So I will see you when my next video goes live. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great day.